Hello, today I'm going to be talking about the Dev module for the CA6. So this module plugs in to any of the 4 module ports on the CA6. And what it's got here is it's got a little mechanical button in case people wanted that, and it's just sort of an extra. It's got a 3.5 millimeter jack to make it compatible with most of the sensors from the earlier CA6. And most interesting, it exposes 8 pins here, and that's the 8 wires that every module port has. And I'll make sure this is well documented by the time it's released. But every module port is going to have a ground pin, 3.3 volt pin, which can supply between 100 and 200 milliamps. And then it's going to have 8 digital pins. And then each of the actual module ports is a little bit different. Well, all of them will have one analog pin as well. So one of the digital pins can always work as an analog pin, pin 0. But beyond that, each one of the module ports is a little bit different, and that's to give you the maximum flexibility for interfacing with different sensors. So one of the module ports supports I2C, one of the module supports SPI, one of the module supports serial, and one of the module ports has 5 analog pins instead of just 1. So there's a lot of different things you can do. I mean, many of the sensors out there will just work on any of the module ports because you're just going to need like power, ground, and 1 analog line or something. That'll be the easiest sensor to interface with. And I'm going to be working with the community to sort of document different sensors that people have used and sort of make it easier for people to, do both the hardware portion, which is this dongle makes easier, and then also making sure that there's documentation for the software side of things so that it's easy for people to add new menus for the new sensors that they want to add to the CA6. And the most popular ones, maybe I'll end up making an official version, but I'm sure that there'll be a lot of specialized use cases out there where people just want to make something for their needs, and the CA6 is really all about that. So while this module might not get the most use, it's certainly one that's very important to me and extending sort of the capabilities of what the CA6 can do. So I went to SparkFun and Adafruit and just looked through sensors that they use. So they make it pretty easy. They have good documentation, pick easy to interface sensors oftentimes. And I just wrote down a quick list of sensors that I could find on their site. So you could interface with a camera, with a LiDAR, temperature sensor, humidity, altitude, accelerometers, gyroscopes, flex bars, so you just bend a bar and it changes the resistance, which you could easily detect. Ultrasonic sensors, distance, motion, color sensors, force and weight. You can even get to a little bit more crazy sensors like air quality, alcohol, radiation, fingerprints. I mean, there's just a ton of different sensors out there, and some of them will be easier and some of them will be harder, but all of those could be interfaced with some effort to the CA6. So I really want to make it easy, so I'll be including this dev module with all of the CA6s, and hopefully it'll get some cool use out of it. There'll be a different video that sort of explains the software side of things and how to make your own menus, so I'll definitely be showing that pretty soon. Hopefully we'll be seeing some really cool photos taken with the CA6. In the past, I've seen people take, photos of rockets launching and photo rigs that take pictures of people on roller coasters and really cool things like that. I'd like to see a lot more of that with the CA6. It's just super interesting. I love seeing what the community can do with it. So hopefully people find this dev module useful. Thanks for watching.